Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Fury pack for the Wipeout HD, which if you've never played Wipeout before, then it's basically a racing game. You have to get there first. Obviously being a racing game you can blow your opponents up, stuff like that. I have done a full review of HD, which the thing I'll mention right away is thankfully you don't have to fully beat in HD in order to play Fury. I say that because obviously, as people know, PlayStation died, data wiped, thinking I'd have had to have cried if I had to beat it all again. Kind of like what you have to do on the Last Guys content, you have to beat it all again to get it, and I'm thinking, well, I've done this already. But anyway, the Fury pack is just basically more of the same. You get 8 more tracks, you get 80 challenges on the main game, of which you get new game types as well. I'll start with this one here because it's the Eliminator. You don't so much get new craft as you get more advanced craft, because basically you get Fury versions of all the craft, so you can choose between the HD version or the Fury version. So that's, for example, the HD Piranha. You've got 70, you've got 90, you've got etc. The Fury version, you've got 80, you've got 95 instead. It basically increases certain stats. Not always all of them, sometimes 2 of them, sometimes 3 of them, stuff like that, but it does increase them nonetheless, and it's the type of thing that if you like the old crafts, you might like how the new crafts handle instead, like the new versions, because you might be thinking, well, if only that had a bit more speed or a bit more thrust or etc, etc. But basically this is the first new mode, and this is going to sound very basic, but to be fair, it is very basic. The whole point of Eliminator is not to be eliminated. That's literally all it is. You can't gloss it up or make it any better or more exciting, but saying that it's basic doesn't mean that it's not fun, because it still is fun to not get eliminated. But there's no like secret hitting things there, it's just don't get eliminated. So on to the more interesting ones. Well, this is the second new mode, Detonator. You basically have a machine gun, which you do have to reload and that, and the whole point is you have to drive around the track blowing the crap out of them little blue sphere orb things. It's rather fun, really cool, and it thankfully takes place in the zone stage type thing, so everything looks really cool and funky. But that's also why you've just got the seizure warning, because I do remember having to do it on the first game simply because the game can cause seizures because of all this flashing and that, so it's not me trying to like be anal or anything like that. It's coming from a personal point of view because I used to have them as a kid, so I don't really want to cause anyone to have a seizure. And then you've got Zone Battle Mode, which obviously if you remember the Zone Mode on the last one did show it off, but personally my favourite mode, that's why I'm loving Zone Battle Mode and Detonator. The whole point is you have to drive and keep on driving and go through the zones. Only Battle Mode, it's not a case of you drive and kill people, it's a case of whoever goes the furthest wins, really. But it's just like Zone Mode, really, just with other things to crash into, and every now and then you can get left forward a load of zones, which is just, it's really cool and insane. It's just one of those things though, because the whole point of Zone Mode, just in case you don't know what it is, every time you go through a zone, which now this time it tells you at the top how, like, where you're going and that, instead of at the side, which I quite like that. The whole point is though, whenever you go past another zone, you get faster. You can't brake or anything. The whole point is you're constantly going full speed, so you'll keep getting faster and faster. So if all of a sudden you're in zone 3 and someone manages to leap it forward 6 or 7 zones, you're gonna notice a massive increase of speed. And if it's if you go around a corner or something like that, then it can be really just evil, and it just makes it all more fun, really. Pretty much only thing left to mention though is the usual things that I try to finish on: graphics and music. Graphically, looks fantastic. Musically, sounds fantastic. So I'm just going to shut up and end with some music, really. Point 3. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.